Hi, this micro training is on algebra tiles. What are they and how to make them? So, algebra tiles, if you've been to some of my trainings, they're these blocks that look a bit like base 10 blocks. They have a red side and a blue side for these large ones. The small ones have a green and a red side. And the little tiny ones have a yellow and a red side. We'll talk about the dimensions in just a second. But here are some resources. If you'd like to look up homemade algebra tiles, you can go to this blog and they have directions how to do them. This one at Math Giraffe, they talk about how to make giant algebra tiles for the whiteboard. And if you go to this docplayer.net, it's from Columbus Public Schools. If you go to page 5 of their website, you'll see this algebra tiles template that you can print out to make algebra tiles. It's important to notice here that the big square and these medium-sized rectangles are the same height, and the ones are the same width as these long ones, but 3.5 of the ones make one of these rectangles. That's important that they not be nicely equal. So let's talk about these dimensions and what these shapes actually are. So that every piece has a red side means every piece has a negative. When you show the red side, it's negative. The other colored side is positive. So the dimensions of these, so these little squares are 1 by 1. So that means their area, the area of each of these little squares is 1 square. So we have all these little ones, and we could do multiplication with them just like we've done other things. We could do arrays, right? We could do a 2 by 3 array or something. These are the little ones. And then when you get to these rectangle pieces, and yes, the template's a little bit different in size, we're supposed to notice those are 1 wide, and we don't know how tall. And if I try and line these up, so I'll make them all nice and neat, they're not 5, they're more than 5 tall, or they're more than 3 tall if we look at this template. So the height of these, they are x tall and 1 wide. So they're 1 by x's. So that means the area of this piece is 1 by x, or x. So each of these pieces is an x piece. And then the large pieces, the large squares, are the same height as the rectangle and the same width as the rectangle, which means they are x by x. So they have area x squared. So that means what's represented right here in terms of algebra tiles is x squared plus 3x's plus 9. So using algebra tiles, you'd see that I can't combine these terms. They're different sizes, so I need to have different terms for them to be different sizes. So that's the introduction to algebra tiles. In later videos, we'll talk about how to use them, how to teach with them, to you do factorization of trinomials and things. But I hope you enjoyed this.